common conception of the designer is someone who spends a lot of time working on complicated technical drawings. While modern CAD and BIM technology has moved a lot of the drawing to a digital space, there are still many different types of drawing that can be used during the process of designing and constructing buildings. This short video will provide a brief overview, in alphabetical order, of some of the most common examples. The term technical drawing has a very broad meaning, referring to any drawing that conveys the way that something functions or how it is constructed. They are intended to convey one specific meaning, as opposed to artistic drawings, which are expressive and may be interpreted in a number of ways. Most drawings prepared during the design and construction of buildings might be considered to be technical drawings. On building projects, it is common for changes to be made during construction because of circumstances that emerge on site. These changes can be relatively minor or very significant. As a result, it is common for the client to require that as-built drawings are prepared, either during the construction process or when construction is complete, to reflect what has actually been built. Assembly drawings are used to represent items that consist of more than one component. They show how components fit together, sometimes in three-dimensional or an exploded view, showing the relationship between the components. They may be used to show how to assemble parts of a kit, such as furniture, how to assemble a complex part of a building, or to show the relationship between a number of details. A block plan usually shows the siting of buildings as blocks laid out on maps of the surrounding area. They illustrate the development site, along with the position of the proposed building, the boundaries, as well as any access roads, vegetation, utilities, and other details. Component drawings provide detailed information about individual units. They may be drawn at large scales such as 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 1 to 2, 1 to 1, and may include information such as component dimensions, construction, tolerances, and so on. Concept drawings or sketches are drawings, often freehand, that are used as a quick and simple way of exploring initial ideas for designs. They are not intended to be accurate or definitive, merely a way of investigating and communicating design principles and aesthetic concepts. Design drawings are used to develop and communicate ideas about a developing design. In the early stages, during the tender process, they might simply demonstrate to the client the ability of a particular design team to undertake the design. Detailed drawings provide a detailed description of the geometric form of a part of an object, such as a building, bridge, tunnel, machine, plant, and so on. They tend to be large-scale drawings that show in detail parts that may be included in less detail on general arrangement drawings. The term elevation refers to an orthographic projection of the exterior, or sometimes the interior, faces of a building, that is, a two-dimensional drawing of the building's facades. As buildings are rarely simple rectangular shapes in plan, an elevation drawing is a first-angle projection that shows all parts of the building as seen from a particular direction, with the perspective flattened. Floor plans are a form of orthographic projection that can be used to show the layout of rooms within buildings as seen from above. They may be prepared as part of the design process or to provide instructions for construction, often associated with other drawings, schedules, and specifications. An engineering drawing is a type of technical drawing used to define the requirements for engineering products or components. Typically, the purpose of an engineering drawing is to clearly and accurately capture all geometric features of a product or component so that a manufacturer or engineer can produce the required item. General arrangement drawings, sometimes referred to as location drawings, present the overall composition of an object such as a building. Depending on the complexity of the building, this is likely to require a number of different projections, such as plans, sections, and elevations, and may be spread across several different drawings. Installation drawings present the information needed by trades to install part of the works. This may be particularly important for complex installations such as plant rooms, data centres, ventilation systems, underfloor heating, and so on. A location plan is a supporting document that may be required by a planning authority as part of a planning application. A location plan provides an illustration of the proposed development in its surrounding context. Perspective drawing is a technique for depicting three-dimensional volumes and spatial relationships based on the eye level and vanishing point or points of the viewer. It can give a realistic impression of what a volume or space will look like in reality. Constructing perspective drawings of buildings is extremely complicated, but has been much simplified recently by the development of computer-aided design, building information modelling, and other forms of computer-generated imagery. Scale drawing is a generic term used to describe any drawing that illustrates items at less than or more than their actual size. This is generally necessary where the items are so large or small that it is not useful or convenient to draw it at its actual size. A section drawing shows a view of a structure as though it had been sliced in half or cut along another imaginary plane. This can be useful as it gives a view through the spaces and surrounding structures, typically across a vertical plane, that can reveal the relationships between the different parts of the building that might not be apparent on plan drawings. Shop drawings might be prepared by contractors, subcontractors, suppliers, manufacturers, or fabricators. They generally relate to prefabricated components, showing how they should be manufactured or installed. They take design intent drawings and specifications prepared by the project design team and develop them to show in detail how the component will actually be manufactured, fabricated, assembled, or installed. A site plan is a large-scale drawing that shows the full extent of the site for an existing or proposed development. Site plans, along with location plans, may be necessary for planning applications. In most cases, site plans will be drawn up following a series of desk studies and site investigations.